Alrighty, hello Brady. I hope you're having a wonderful week so far, as well as a wonderful day. I'm so sorry to hear that you cannot make it to today's in-person lesson, but don't worry, I'm here to give you your virtual lesson in hopes of it being a little bit easier. So I know you're working a lot of on your things that you have for school. So you have your little jazz band stuff. I believe it was Stompin' at the Savoy, as well as one of the Leve songs. I'm trying to remember the name, so something in the music or from the music, something like that. And so I know you're super busy with that, but we're kind of going to go into some more scales and chords and improv and things like that in today's virtual lesson. So it's kind of like a little bit more chill and laid back, and you can kind of, it's like maybe try to do these at home and basically like they're like warm-up slash like reviews, okay? But I want us to warm up with all of our major scales. So I already have them in past videos, a lot of your major scales. So I'm going to give you a moment to play them. You can pause this video whenever and replay it, but we're going to jump into some new scales, okay? So I talked about minor scales from before, if you remember. Let me just turn the page. Okay, so we talked about minor scales before. So today we're going to go over the A minor scale again. So we're at the very end of learning the A minor scale or relearning it. You should be able to play the thing called mini etude, which is kind of like a little mini song, okay? But let's go over regular A natural minor. If you can tell by the key signature, there is no sharps or flats or naturals, okay? So we're going to start on A minor. I'm going to start us down right here. That's our right hand. This is our left hand. Very good. We're going to put both hands together, and I'm going to scoot over the camera a little bit like this so you can see both hands. Okay. Good. If you can see, they're all white keys, and we're just doing the same fingering as the major scales, right? Okay, let's take a look at the next part. So that's the A minor natural minor scale. Now we're going to do the harmonic minor. So harmonic minor, going up, it gets one sharp. So it is actually going to be G sharp, okay? So you're going to do G sharp going up and going down. So let's just do the right hand. Let's do the left hand now. Very good. Let's put both hands together. Very good. A harmonic minor, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, A melodic minor, this is where it gets a little tricky. On the way up, you add a sharp. So you got F sharp, G sharp, and then to going down, it's going to be all natural. So it's going to be white keys. So you're going up, you have F sharp, G sharp, and then going down, you have regular G, regular F. Okay, let's do our right hand first. Do our left hand. Very good. And so that was all three of those: natural minor, harmonic minor, and melodic minor. And then let's go over the chords. So shortcut, the chords are right here. They're called A minor, G, F, E, A minor. So you got A minor, which is A, C, and E. You've got G, which is G, B, and D. And then you've got F, which is F, A, and C. And then you've got E, which is E, G sharp, and B. Okay? And so let's just go over those chords. And I'll play them right here so you can see them. A minor. This is G. Then it's F. And then it's E. Very good. So now, learning our A minor scale, we should be able to play this mini etude. Let's go from the very beginning. Remember, you're doing A natural minor, then A harmonic minor, a melodic minor, and then power chords, okay? Let's go through it. Natural minor. A harmonic minor with a sharp. Melodic minor, F sharp, G sharp going up, natural going down. Power chords, A minor, G, F, and then E, and then end off in A minor. Very good, wonderful. So I talked about it before in a past video. Why don't we use the chords A minor, G, F, and E into some sort of improv, okay? So the best part is we now know what's in our keys here, right? So we know that we have a lot of white keys mainly that we can use, and then exception of that one sharp that we use in E. So in the E chord, we use an G sharp, right? So then you should be able to just use a G sharp when you hit that E chord. But other than that, you can just use a lot of white keys. So an example, if you want, I know that you want to do those eighth notes. So I suggest you first kind of start off with just playing the a lot of the chords and then playing the notes included in those chords. So for example, we want to play A minor, just like 5 fingers for now. Those are just the 5 notes that are included in A minor. And then we've got the G chord. We've got the 5 fingers here. And then we've got F. And then we've got E. Now keep in mind, let's pretend we didn't know that there's a G sharp in the E chord. This is how it would sound. Then there's something really weird and off about it, right? And so if we add our fingers right here, our G sharp, let's hear how that sounds. Still sounds a little wonky, but it sounds a little bit better, right? You can kind of hear that harmonic minor kind of shining through. But also, if that already sounds weird, to make it sound a little bit more better, remember we added an extra sharp for melodic minor. It was F sharp. So we can just add that F sharp in there. So if we wanted to do the E chord again, and that sounds a little bit more better, okay? All right, let's try it all together. And then let's do our last A minor chord. Let's run through those chords with individual notes. Good. Wonderful. Great job on that. And so let's do a little bit of like a review here on some things. So I have my little whiteboard here, and oopsies, we're talking a little bit about dots. You wonder, what dots are we talking about? And so the dots that I'm talking about are things that are either staccato, or the dots that are kind of like added into music notes to wonder what are they, what are the use of them. Because if you remember these dots here, let me see if I can bring out my whiteboard marker. So let's say there's a note like this. I kind of see these a lot in our music, right? We've got a quarter note and a dot. That dot that we use for this quarter note, this dot signifies half of the note value that it's sticking to. So if a quarter note is 1 second, that dot is going to add half of this amount here. So what number would that be? So it's going to be 1 plus basically a half, which is like a 0.5, right? Good. So then let's take a look at this one right over here. So we've got a whole note, which is a 4-second note. And then if you half a 4-second note, then that is plus 2. So then you hold it for, technically, 6, right? We know that. Super easy. But they also do that here. I'm going to show you my little book here, and I can give you a copy of this. Dot after a rest. So, if you can see, the dots on the rest here, you're basically taking half the value of that rest and adding it already. So it's kind of like regular notes, but you're doing it with rests, okay? So for example, you've got this half rest right here plus half of a half rest. So how many seconds would we be quiet there? We would be silent for technically 3 seconds, because half rest is 2 seconds long, and then plus half of the half rest, which is 1 second. It's basically going to be 3, right? So that's like a fun little thingy that I wanted to show you and talk about. I can give you a copy about this. But alrighty, Brady, it is the end of our lesson today. I hoping you're having a wonderful rest of your week, and you're enjoying your jazz class and it's going really well. If you have any questions, please don't be afraid to send me a message through Opus, and I hope to see you next time. Alrighty, bye Brady, bye-bye.